Hello, everyone. Welcome on to the ZNC podcast. I am here with my lovely co host,
The Chicken God, also known as Hound.
and today it's a special episode. We finally got to the big 1-0, the big 10.
Double
It's been 10
digits.
weeks. It's been 10 weeks since we started doing this. Actually, technically 11 weeks, but still. But today we were here with a guest of our own.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
local panda from the zoo got escaped.
don't tell them that. They're looking for me.
Now they know where to find you. Just because it's Zect.
But this is a Panda Squish Gaming over on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
guys,
how
go
is
check her
YouTube
out.
treating you?
YouTube is fantastic. I'm actually coming up on 1 year of the channel soon. So,
Sweet.
yay.
Yeah, we've been
So-
doing
so
this
what-
for like 5 years on this podcast.
Yeah.
5 years,
We've had
10 episodes.
yes,
you do 2 episodes a quarter. That's 10 episodes.
2 episodes a quarter. A quarter what?
I don't know, man.
So what do you do on your YouTube channel? Anything fun? Anything special?
I play mostly survival games and horror games. And then occasionally I have a dumbass join me for some co-op.
I have
I
a
wonder who that
dumbass
is.
too.
So basically, yeah. And that brings us to the topic of our episode today is video games 2.0. We are going to revisit the topic of video games and talk about other things that we love.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention Pac-Man. All the other games I grew up playing.
How dare you?
Yeah, we're gonna bring
You
up
brought
new
'em up.
games. Damn it!
So we'll let Squish, the guest, lead us with the first topic.
Oh dear God.
Yeah,
What?
Squish. What is your favorite video game that you're playing now?
That I'm playing now? I'm doing a really stupid run in Subnautica. I'm building a bridge between the 2 land islands. In hardcore, because why not permadeath?
Yeah, yeah. See, you won't catch me playing that game.
I have tried Subnautica like a while ago. It was actually one of the very first games that I had live streamed. I did not save any of the live streams of it, but basically, I tried my best at that game. And then I got myself soft locked because I wasn't able to get the death module. I got it, but then I never scanned it, so I could never remake it. So I only had one version, and then it broke, and then I just could never make it again. And so I was just cursed to never go below the depths. And I was like, this isn't fun.
Always stuck on the surface. What do you like most about Subnautica so far?
So the world that's in there is so incredibly detailed. There's like this whole the environment itself has this whole system of evolution that you can explore through the entire thing. As the story grows, you get a better understanding of how the entire biomes and all of the fish evolved and things like that, and that's super cool to me.
Nice. Yeah, I love
Oh,
when
yeah.
games have extensive like lore, because like Skyrim is a pretty in my opinion, I think Skyrim's overrated. It's a really fun game, and I really like it, and the lore is great on it. But I think they should stop
yeah.
remastering it for the 20th time. But like games with a lot of lore, like Fallout, Skyrim, and all that, I love learning about the world and stuff. I won't do the side quests. I just like hearing the NPCs talk.
You can only read the Lusty Argonian Maid in Skyrim so many times.
I've had all the scrolls the monks follow, and now I am a monk. I don't even want to be one, man. Is there
Like-
what's your favorite survival game so far?
7 Days to Die.
That's good.
The
I
mechanics.
love that they updated the game.
Now that it's released, it's so good.
It is. I had a playthrough with, oh, not a playthrough, I guess, because it was all offline. But me, my brother, and two other my friends were playing it for like almost 3 months since they updated it, and it's been so fun. I can't get enough of that game.
I don't see the appeal.
Shut up.
No.
Now if I recall from your first gaming episode, you like to build in that game, right?
Me or him?
You. I'm ignoring him.
Why are you ignoring me?
Why do you think?
Yeah. I'm more or less the stay-home mom, dude. Like, once we find a base, or once we find out what, like, if I can show you my wall, it's so good. I dug underground. It's all cement. There's vault doors. Everybody has their own unique bedroom. Up on the surface, I have two drawbridges, one on each side to leave and one to enter. There's turrets around. Like I'm the, like, my brother and all them. They all scavenge. They all go out and do the thing. I'm the stay-at-home mom. I make sure we have the food, the water. I make sure the base is nice and tidy. I am the stay-at-home mom.
Your base mama.
Mm-hmm. Mama Hound here to make
Base-
sure we survive the night, dude.
Gotta keep us stocked up on water and food. And
Yeah, I actually have like 3 or 4 like dew collectors up above, and then I go out and hunt like pigs and deers every so often.
Mhm.
But we have a green room, so I've been growing like corn and stuff there, so we have food and stuff. So if you need a home, mama, I got you, Squish.
Well, hey, I was just thinking we have, 7 days to chill, and we've been behind on on building our super cool hangout. So,
Sweet,
you,
give me the blueprint and I'll start working on it whenever I
This,
can.
this is not time to recruit people. Okay. Squish?
Oh, is somebody
hey,
getting
I'm taking
jealous?
full advantage.
Is little Zectorian getting jealous?
No. I wanted to talk about video games too.
What's your favorite thing about 7 Days to Die then, Zect?
I really enjoyed 7 Days to Die back when there wasn't RPG elements to it. Like
Fair enough.
back when it was all about going to scavenge. You weren't really able to build a big base and going to scavenge and like going and being like a looter. You're in a zombie apocalypse and you're a looter and you had to go from like town to town using up resources. And I thought that it was gonna be like an endless looter. It's always gonna be you're always on the move. You're always going to a different place. You're always trying to survive the night in different places all the time.
What me and my friends and my cousin has been doing, because we don't want to just stick at one spot forever, like we want to move around as well. So we made a rule, so the days are kind of quick. I think we're on day like 90 ish now. So like every 100 days we're moving. So once we hit day 100, we're packing up all of our valuables, putting it into our truck, our helicopter, whatever, and then we're leaving to find a new base. And of course, I'm gonna go back and visit it every so often, But like that's the
Go
way.
back and remember.
Yeah, that's the way we kind of got over that hurdle of, oh, you're just staying in one place. We're actively moving around.
Oh yeah.
And it keeps me going because like I got to build a whole new base. Fuck yeah! You're telling me I can make a whole new base?
Oh yeah.
How about you, Squish?
don't
What's
wanna-
your favorite thing?
I think Squish really liked those buildings, those strip club buildings.
Oh my god. So was that question directed at me? Sorry, you talked at the same time.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite thing
Okay.
about it?
I just really like the survival aspect. I have usually been the builder when I play with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Builder and resource gatherer. So it's been interesting to play it for other people because I have to keep moving and things like that. So I keep finding different survival elements that just build it builds to a whole different skill set from most of the other survival games I've seen.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I like that. I'm usually the builder as well, like Minecraft. Trying to think of all the other open world games: Minecraft, Ark Survival. Castle Miner Z is getting remastered, baby. Let's go. That one's also a good one that I can't wait to play again. But like,
That old indie game from
yeah,
2006.
dude, they're remastering it. It looks so good.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm the base builder,
here's,
and I'm happy and proud.
here's a little insider info for a Hound. Squish is going to do a Smash or Pass 7 Days to Die version.
Dude, Lumberjack Man, smash!
Oh fuck yeah!
Dude, he has big axe, big muscles. Even as a zombie deteriorating, dude, he looks good.
That cold weather keeps them well preserved. Just saying.
Oh yeah,
Does it?
the vultures.
You better not.
Do you care to finish your sentence?
They make for good good food. Yep.
For good food, huh?
Yeah. You take a dog. you could also cook that puppy up too.
Why is this getting worse? Shut it. Ah.
I think those are the only animals besides the actual animals in the game.
Oh well, there's
The
the
bear.
bear.
Is the bear a zombie?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I had never encountered a bear yet. Or like recently. In my current playthrough, I haven't encountered a bear.
The new model for it is gruesome. It's cool.
Yeah, I only know the old model, so I haven't seen the new one. I'm here. I may as well just look at it.
So, what are your guys' favorite scary game?
There's this
The game
game. There's this game from the PS2. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. If somebody could let me know in the comments if you guys find out. But it's a game for the PS2, I believe. And you're a guy walking around, and you have these goggles. And whenever you put on the goggles, you could see ghosts and stuff. And like the game, you're like walking around fighting and killing ghosts because you have a gun, and these ghosts can kill you too. And in one of the missions, you put on the goggles, and you look up, and there's this giant, like huge, like colossal, like ghost or something. And that game scared me because in some of the games you have to crouch and walk because if you're running, it'll alert some kind of like people, and they will claw at you and they will kill you. And it was super scary. Then again, I was only like 8. How about you, Squish? What's your favorite scary game? Or at least one of them.
Dead Space is on my mind because I just finished a playthrough of 1 and 2.
Dead
And
Space is pretty good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I especially after playing 2, like the unitology thing still creeps me out.
Did you know
Forget the
that?
gore. The gore is fine.
Yeah. I heard that they're making a Dead Space movie or show.
I heard about
They
that too.
have a few movies out. Is there a new one?
I heard a new one coming out. I think it's a TV series. I could look it up real quick.
Yeah, I heard about Dead Space. Might be getting a live action now. A live action movie. Is what I heard, but I'm not 100%.
Depending on who does that, that could be really cool.
But Dead Space gets really scary and really fun though. But I feel like the co-op version in Dead Space 3 kind of takes away from it a bit.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, HBO is looking to make a Dead Space TV series.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be good. HBO needs a lot more HBO originals. So with that being on their roster, I might have to check that out. I'm scared again. We're talking about scary games.
You've got to get your inputs figured out.
Dude, I don't know how to walk VTubers, dude.
Been a VTuber for the past year, just doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah, it's a struggle. How about you, Zach? What's your favorite scary game?
I wouldn't really say favorites, but I've been having a lot of fun with Signalus, even though I kind of finished that off stream.
I don't even think I've heard of that game. What is it about?
So basically, you're this cyborg, you're this robot, who made a promise to this one human girl you fell in love with, and then you and then all of a sudden she went off to the mines. Mines for some reason she went off to a mine or whatnot. It's the story is kind of convoluted, but then something bad happened. A virus came out, and the virus affected the cyborgs to where they kind of attack anything that moves.
Okay.
And the difference between this virus is that when you kill the cyborgs, after like 30, like after so many seconds, the virus revives them and they come back to life.
Oh, so you have to
And
beat them
and
twice.
no, they continually always come back unless you burn them. But the hardest part about that game is that you only get so many matches to burn things. You
Oh,
were
okay.
constantly you were constantly having like no ammo, no nothing, and you're constantly just having to run away from these basically immortal enemies, and it's just kind of it just gets really frustrating.
I see that.
But a good horror game from whenever I was younger that I really liked was Outlast.
Ah, dude, that. So, you guys won't find this video. If you guys do, that'd be fucking cool. I used to have an old YouTube channel where I did an Outlast playthrough, and then I did For Honor. Whenever For Honor was in beta, I played the beta and uploaded that stuff to YouTube. Yeah, that's how old that YouTube channel is. Um, but I did an Outlast series, and I swear to God, I never played Outlast until I did that YouTube series, or whatever, and it scared the shit out of me, dude. Outlast
Yeah,
2 wasn't
Outlast.
too scary, but Outlast 1 was scary.
I feel like in Outlast 2 they kind of went out of like kind of what out on the wacky side, where like more ghosts, more of this, more of that, and
Yeah.
it became more supernatural. But don't get me wrong, Outlast 1 became supernatural at the end of the game. Most of it didn't have that kind of feel.
Yeah, I was like in an insane asylum that was doing
Yep.
experiments, and I think that to me, scary things is things that can happen in real life. Like whenever I watch a scary like ghost movie, like movies and all that, and games, it's like they
Hmm.
don't scare me as much. But like if it's something that can happen, that scares the fuck out of me. Like the insane asylum experimenting on people and all that. That happened before. You could look it up in history, and that it's just scary to think about. So I find games that are realistic more
Hmm.
scary.
Oh yeah.
Like 7 Days to Die, it's fun. I used to think it was scary because zombie apocalypse can happen, probably won't. But
Hmm.
like nowadays, it's just more or less just base building for me, so I don't find it as scary anymore. How about you, Squish? What's your favorite game genre?
I mean it's probably survival, but I'm getting a lot deeper into the horror stuff.
Oh yeah.
I before doing YouTube, I was a little too much of a bitch to play. So like I haven't played Outlast yet. I do want to play it for the channel, but I'm scared.
If you want like a really modern scary game that is genuinely horrifying, I have not played it yet, but I've seen so many different Let's Plays of it, and even on the Let's Plays, it's scarier than fucking hell. Yeah, I'm not the one playing it, but it's still scary to me, even though I'm not playing it. Is the Mortuary Assistant?
Oh yes, I wanted to live stream that. I wanted to live stream that, dude. That game looks so scary.
It is horrendously scary.
I think that's the first one in a long time watching someone else play made me scream.
Because the monsters they don't jump out at you. They're in the corner.
They're on the
They're
fucking
they're
ceiling, on the fucking
they're,
cabinets.
Mm-hmm.
they're just sitting there waiting for you to look at them. They're not going to make their presence known out just to jump scare you, but they're going to be there.
Yeah.
And then it's always at the corner of your eye. And whenever you look over, then they just disappear, and then it just builds like that and builds like that and builds like that until all of a sudden they're running at you.
Can you imagine being a ghost and then every time you try to scare somebody, the guy's not looking, not paying attention? you're like, you're like, I'm a hide right here. He's gonna notice me. You're like, he looks everywhere but where you're at, and you're like, what? What the fuck?
Except the difference about that game is that there are hundreds of different scary events that can happen. Where we're playing one time, you won't see it all. Every time you play that game in a different playthrough, a different scary event's gonna happen. Because that is how many events are in that game, so that you are not guaranteed to see it all.
Mm-hmm.
You have to play multiple different playthroughs before you'll see all the scary events.
And if you like scary games, or if you don't know about have you played Demonologist, Squish?
I have not. When it first came out, it seemed a little janky,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the time that I was playing those kinds of games with other people. And then by the time it got good, I wasn't playing those games with people.
Oh yeah.
We should totally play Demonologist. I love that game.
I'm down.
Dude, I'd walk through that house with my smudge in hand and
My smudge in hand.
Dude, we gotta smudge that house, dude. Yeah, I'm down to play Demonologist.
I got my sage. I'm ready.
Got my long hair, don't care. Going in there, gonna go smudge a house.
I still remember that whenever you and I went to the casino that one time, and this secret stand was just smoke, and you're like, oh, just real red. You got a smudge bar before we go in.
Yeah, just indigenous. If you don't know, Squish, I am Native American in your life.
Why are you saying that like I'm not Native American?
I don't know how much you want out there for you, bud. So I wanted to keep you as secret as I can.
You know what? I hate to ruin this illusion for you guys, but anyone who's been listening to the podcast so far knows that.
Knows that we're indigenous? Oh yeah, we have. We said we were from the res so many times. Well, cat's out of the bag. No,
We better catch that cat.
But yeah, so like, if you guys look forward to it, you guys might find it on Squish's channel. If she records it, Demonologist. I don't go live a whole lot. I want to. I just don't. So if you guys want some good content, go check out Squish and look forward to a Demonologist video in the future potentially.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys will play with me, I'll record and put it up there.
Yes.
What if I say no?
Well, then you're not in the episode.
Then it sounds like, yeah, me and Hound are playing.
This is a solo mission, bud.
Good. I got some Kingdom Hearts to get down to.
You know what? You're gonna be so jealous if in a month everybody's gonna be like, Squish and Hound make a good scary duo, and then you're gonna be like, damn, I could have been a trio, and that's on you.
Damn. Damn. What's the next escape room game you want to play?
Dude, I've been looking.
You have not been playing any escape room games with me, so I've been playing escape room games with Squish.
Well, we've been looking at some. We just haven't settled on one. I told you that I'd get the one that Vanos and them plays. I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to do that with you, and we just haven't got it. If I look on your channel, and if I see that same game, I'm gonna be a little bit upset, buddy.
Which game was it?
I forgot what it's called, but like Vanos and Terrorizer on them. Terrorizer, Vanos, Nogla, they do a thing on like escape room. And I was like, Zek, this would be such a fun game to do. We love escape rooms. And he's like, yeah, it would be. So if I look.
You'll never look.
I'm looking right now.
So, I really love a story game. I love games where I can really get hooked on the story, and I feel like things matter. Hence why I kind of started replaying Kingdom Hearts, even though the latest Kingdom Hearts installment that I just played was painful.
Yeah, if you're looking for a good game to live stream, Xbox Game Pass, As Dusk Falls, dude, it's like a telltale game. You could get people killed, you could get people arrested, people left alive. There's so much you can do in that game, and it's all like it's up to 8 players, and it's majority rule. So like if me, you, and Squish are playing it, and it gives us like 2 options, and if me and Squish votes on one option, you vote on the other one, it would choose me and Squish's because majority rules. But it's up to 8 players, and it's really good. I'm on. Me and my other friend were live streaming it. We're on
Hmm.
we're on chapter 2, episode 2, chapter 3, and holy shoot, it's a roller coaster. I was on the edge of my seat half the time because I was like, I don't want this guy to die. Please don't let him die, please. It's a really good game if you love um games that like actually matter. Check out As Dusk Falls. I think you'd enjoy it.
So it's a
I'm sure it
multiple.
does.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
Is this? So it's a multiple player Until Dawn.
Yeah. It's up to 8 players. I mean, you can play it by yourself if you want to. But it's just funnier and funner to play with more than one person, just because of the chaoticness it can be. Like if 5 people
Mhm.
voted for one thing and 3 people voted for another thing, it's so good. Yeah, like I've never played the game before, and I'm having so much fun just playing it.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of a shout out if you guys go to
Definitely.
not Zect. Whoa, watch out, guys! If you guys go to Sly Samurai Hound Gaming on TikTok, you can find our live streams there about As Dusk Falls.
But still, I've been going through a game. I've been going through Kingdom Hearts, and that story is so convoluted. You gotta play all the games, watch all the movies, which they're not really movies, but still.
Mm-hmm.
And you really gotta be thinking about the storyline. And I know that there are a lot of storylines out there that are just convoluted. Like look at FNAF.
Dude, FNAF is so good. The first game scary, second game is pretty spooky, and then the third one on forward is I don't think are scary at all.
You just got too used to the jump scares.
Well, there's only so much you could get jump scared by an animatronic. You know, like you've seen it once, you've seen it all.
Well, not quite. I mean, look at
Freddy jump
Security
scared
Breach.
me. Okay, Security Breach is new though. That's an open world walking around. I'm talking about like old FNAF. Have you
Yeah,
played FNAF
old
Squish?
look at cameras.
I have not played it, but it has a special place in my heart. But they needed to change the formula after. Honestly, after 3, 4
Yeah.
was too much. 4 was fucking ridiculous.
4 was weird. Like I like the whole bedroom kid thing, like your scared child.
Yep.
But it's the same concept of FNAF 1, you know.
Look at cameras, hide.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why that creeped me out was because I had just moved back to my parents' house. And so
Oh.
as that game was releasing and I was watching a Let's Play of it, I was in my childhood bedroom surrounded
Oh,
by
no.
stacks of boxes.
No. I can imagine that.
Only reason it was scary as I'm staring at the door.
You're looking at your
Mhm.
door like, damn, this kid's going through something scary, and you hear something knock over in the hallway. You're like, oh no.
You just hear some breathing, and you're like, okay, I'm done.
Yep, I think this is why I check out.
That was the biggest thing I did not like about FNAF 4, is that you had to listen to the breathing. And the breathing is so quiet, it's kind of hard. It's kind of really, really easy to miss. But you
Yeah.
really got to listen to it, or else you're done. You die.
I liked that they went to a more skill-based mechanic, but it was so subtle it didn't feel skill-based. It
Oh,
still
yeah.
felt luck-based.
There's some games that handle skill base and stuff like that really well
Mm-hmm.
compared to other games, you know, like Call of Duty. Like skill based matchmaking, that is fucked. Do you play first person shooters or any FPSs, Squish?
Not FPS.
Which-
I do Warframe, so third-person shooter.
Warframe's pretty good.
Squish
Yeah.
is an avid League of Legends player.
God, 10 years ago.
You just got into League of Legends, didn't you, Zach?
No, not really. I haven't really played League of Legends forever.
I was gonna say, no, I knew you played it for a bit. I've never gotten to League
It
of
was
Legends.
fun. It was
Top-down
fun. Don't
shooters
get me
is not my
wrong. It's
thing.
just
Yeah.
it's top-down shooters.
No. I'm talking about like the top-down look in general. I'm not
Yeah.
a huge fan
I
of.
I was so confused.
Because like I thought of Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2. Great games. I love the story to them. I just can't play them because that's not my type of game I like. But I watch playthroughs of them just so I know the story.
I get that. I get that.
Squish.
Halo Wars was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, it really was. What
It
is?
it reminded me of my old Command and Conquer days.
I never played Command and Conquer, but I've seen a lot of videos on it. It looks fun.
It is fun, but then I tried playing it on PC, and it's just not the same.
Fair enough. Squish, do you have any childhood favorite games?
A lot of mine were from the GameCube.
Ooh.
So,
Have you heard of Pac-Man Adventureland 2 or Adventures?
so fun fact. Fun fact. You have no idea how fucking excited I got when you mentioned that game.
Yes!
Because I have been looking for that game
Yes,
for the better
dude!
part of a year.
You're so welcome. Oh my god, I love that you know what it is. Oh, Zach,
Well,
I made
okay,
a new
and then-
friend today.
Zach didn't tell you about this because I went on about this.
No, he didn't. This is my first time hearing about it. Zach, you could have
So-
told me.
For real, I was listening. I'm like, you get okay. This is entertaining, whatever. And then you mentioned that game. I'm like, no,
Yes.
there's no fucking way. And the thing is I've been looking for it forever because I could have sworn I remembered what the cover looked like. I had no idea.
So
Just did not
on.
remember anything about it.
So yes, not only have I heard of it, I am deeply, deeply grateful for you
Thank
telling
you.
me the title so I could find a copy.
Yeah. No, fun story. On the GameCube, I was playing. I think I had a Sonic game. I can't remember if it was Sonic Heroes or Sonic. I forgot. It was a Sonic game, and I didn't really like it. And I was in elementary. I think I was in like 4th grade. And one of my classmates was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this game. I'm looking for a new game." I was like, "I'll trade you Sonic for the Pac-Man game." Dude, best decision of my life. I love that game. Best GameCube game out there, I swear. Besides Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is pretty good.
I since we brought up GameCube again, I just remembered an old childhood favorite of mine that I rediscovered a few weeks ago, called Future Tactics: The Uprising, and it's the very first like RTS game that I've ever played. And then I was looking at some gameplay, and I'm like, this game is ass.
But yeah,
It's
Squish, what
so
is your...
fucking stupid. It's like half the characters just like coming out of nowhere, and the main character's like, "Who are you?" "Oh, I'm this guy," and then they're buddies, and then they're friends, and then they just like fight together.
Trust
And
me,
I'm like-
bro.
and I'm just like, really? This is what I'm playing as a young child.
It was compelling. Trust. But yeah, Squish, what is your favorite childhood game? From the GameCube, I suppose.
So I hold on. I'm trying to see my games from here.
Oh no, you still have the games.
Well, yeah, like if I had
Of course.
a Raging Blast 2, Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 disc, dude, I'd have that forever. I don't have one right now, and I don't want to buy one. I just don't want to buy one. But like I could get one for $20.
I thought it would cost a lot more for that game. That game has like a cult following.
Well, online there's this website where you could buy games and computer parts and all that for cheap. And I don't care how scratch up the game is because I don't own an Xbox 360. I just buy it just to have it at that point. Same with my like Hound Doom cards or Hound Door cards. it's just to have. I'm not gonna sell them. I'm not gonna get rid of them. It's just my collection. I wouldn't mind having a Dragon Ball Z game.
Oh yeah. I guess I understand that.
Mm-hmm. You found a game, Squish?
Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex.
Bandicoot is so fun.
And I never see anyone talking about The Wrath of Cortex. And it is hands down my favorite Crash game.
Well, that's also a PS2 game, if I recall correctly, isn't it?
That's what the internet is for.
That's what the internet is.
Wrath of hold on, I'm looking it up. It is a PS2, Xbox 360, and GameCube game, and
All I remember from that is that it's a PS2 game, and that there was a lot of different types of cars in the game.
oh, dude,
Cars.
I think
Yeah.
you're thinking of a different game. This one doesn't have cars. You might be thinking of what was it? You could play Crash Bandicoot in a kart simulating game.
No, I'm pretty sure that there's like different types of vehicles in it.
No,
I-
I mean, does mechs.
Yeah.
And I think there's one or two sequences where you're in a mine cart. I think that's the closest thing.
Mm-hmm. But no, I
So-
remember this game. This game was a good one. I didn't beat it.
I just remember playing with my friend in their basement, and it was specifically the level, the
basement?
first level.
Shut up.
Yeah, specifically in their basement. I thought the tarps were a little weird, but you know, specifically the first level where you're in the ball and you're rolling around.
Mm-hmm.
We would play that repeatedly.
Oh my god, if you
Like,
like that. Hold on. Continue.
The-
I mean, we 100% at that one level. We never finished the game together, or anything like that. We just played that one level on repeat. I have no idea why. To this day, it was just the only thing we'd sit down and play.
I mean, I get that. I
If-
remember as a young child for Kingdom Hearts 2, I would replay the opening cutscene because it was just a lot of. I really liked the music and I really liked the the opening cutscene, even though in reality I did not really know what the opening cutscene was about. Now that I replayed it, I realized the opening cutscene is about Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. It's legitimately the storyline of Rechain of Memories in the cutscene.
And Squish, if you ever like hear me talk and then get quiet, it's because I'm also looking up like images for these so I could have them on the
Mhm.
podcast.
Right.
But since you brought up that, have you ever played Monkey Ball on the GameCube?
Monkey Ball.
Dude, you're monkeying this ball, you're running around the map, and you have to collect the bananas.
My mom was obsessed with that game. So not only when we got the GameCube, it the amount of nights my mom and I would stay up almost all night gaming. But Monkey Ball 2, we got to the point where we could do the majority of the levels at the shortest possible time.
Yes,
that is
speedrunning!
physically possible to do.
Yeah!
I can no longer do this, so nobody asked me to prove this because I have lost that skill set. But there was a time
Oh no, trust me,
I was unbeatable.
there was this time where if Zek kind of knows or remembers this game, what was it? Zek, it was an Xbox 360 game. We played it so much. I can't remember it.
Explain it. You can't just say Xbox 360 game. We played. Come on.
Trust
please,
me,
we
trust
played.
me, you should know it, you
Xbox
should know it.
360 game, please. We played.
It was you were mechs and like you had to like destroy other mechs and stuff. I forgot what it was called.
Gundam.
But no, it wasn't Gundam. It was a Gundam style game. But remember how like goated I was at the game? I wouldn't say I was the best. I wasn't. I was for sure defeatable. But like I used to be so good at that.
Yeah, there's like Mech Warrior, Armored Core, Mech Assaults, Gundam, Chrome Hounds. I'm just trying to remember all the different games we played. What
Yeah.
else did you do?
You just
What do you
basically
remember?
got this mech and you drop down in the map and you just fight other mechs. Mech Warrior? Mech Warrior? That's the only thing that's coming to mind. Let me look that up. There's 5 games for this? Yeah, it was
Yep.
Mech Warrior. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
You remember that? Whenever me and you used to play that and go against bots?
Mhm.
Dude, that was
Yep.
so fun. Dude, I hate going through old games because then I get nostalgia. and then I'm like, oh, the good old days. I feel so old.
Have you ever heard of Ape Escape?
Ape Escape?
Yes. The only game I know that had a collab with Metal Gear.
Dude, I have never played Ape Escape.
What?
I don't think I've ever played Ape Escape.
Why not?
I don't know.
I remember being afraid of the monkey.
Monkey.
Why?
Dude, his eyes are bulging out. I'd be scared too. Look at this little freak.
He just has a red thing on his head.
Squish, what's your favorite indie game growing up? Not now, but growing up.
Oh. I don't know that I knew many indie games growing up. The first indie game I got really into was Don't Starve.
Don't Starve was really good. Me and Zach played that a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm trash at it. I have
Me too. I'm not good at all. Zect was always like, Hound, do this. Hound, do that. Hound. I'm like, dude, I'm trying.
Dude, I'm trying, please.
Dude, I'm trying my best. And then Zach is like, follow the tracks. I'm like, what tracks, please?
There is a trail on the ground.
Yeah. Zach would be like, you see these buffalo? I'm like, what buffalo?
Follow the tracks of the buffalo.
Yeah. For sure, out of gaming, Zect is more or less the knowledgeable one, and I'm just there to have fun. Zect, if Zect asked me to play a game,
Sorry.
yeah,
you say?
Zect, I'm sorry. She said she's so sorry. But because like Zec's like, you want to play this game? I'm like, yeah, sure. We're playing it. I'm like, Zect, how do I do this? He's like, did you not do the tutorial? I'm like, buddy, you told me to play it, and I'm here.
Why does that sound familiar?
Are you doing that now, Zect? Are you taking my spot?
No. I just do some research, then I never hit the tutorial.
Fair enough. I just don't hit the tutorial and hope for the best.
And hope for the best. Bro's like, I will figure out my combos one way or another.
I hate fighting games. Soul Calibur, I don't know how many times I got winged out because I sucked, dude.
That's my favorite game
play
too,
Link?
for a while.
Play Link.
Figure out how to do the upward sword thrust, and you can spam that. That's the only reason I would ever agree to play with anyone.
Really?
I didn't know
It
Link
is
was in
also
Soul
incidentally
Calibur.
the
That's
only
funny.
move I ever figured out.
The only person I'm decent with was Yoda because they couldn't hit me because I was so small.
It was hard until I figured it out, and then you're like, I don't want to play with you no more.
Mm-hmm. Zect is a fun fact about Zect. He's really good at fighting games. He does his research and stuff like that. So like, if Zect challenges you to a fighting game, like my answer is no, because every time it doesn't matter if it's Dragon Ball Z, Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat. It doesn't matter. Zect's like, you want to fight? I'm like, I guess I get my ass beat 10 times.
But then you'd always talk smack, being like, I played Raging Blast Z.
Raging Blast Z. Raging
You know
Blast
what I
2.
meant.
Yeah.
The
Dude,
Raging Blast 2. I can beat your ass and then you just lose.
I win one time and I get super cocky.
Like you do it to yourself. You do it to yourself.
I
And
do.
then you blame me.
So, Squish, do you have any questions for us with gaming?
What's
Any
your favorite game that you're playing now, or that you've continued to play?
A game that I continue to play is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, so I love anything Dragon Ball Z. But right now, what's been capturing my interest and keeping me more or less like in the game is As Dusk Falls. It's a choice-based game, and I went over it a little bit ago. But like honestly, it does a good job with giving you enough details to feel bad for both sides of the game. Because you follow two different people. You follow a family, mom, dad, grandpa, and a daughter. And then on the other hand, you follow a kid who's inside of a family that is corrupt, they're bad, they're evil, they killed people, that family. But they give you enough information to feel bad for the family as well as that kid. So whenever you're making decisions, you're like, oh, I don't want this kid to do this, but you also don't want him to hurt the family at the same time. So like you have to think about the kid, and then you also have to think about the family at the same time. So whatever you choose affects both people. And dude, I got the wife shot because I thought there's a scene where there's a shootout happening and they're all distracted. I'm like, dude, let's run out the door. Let's run outside the door so we can get out of here and escape. And the wife got shot. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, that game has me on the edge of my seat every time I play it because you don't know what's gonna happen. And me and my buddy, it's only two of us. If he votes for an option and then I vote for a different option, it flips a coin type of thing and then picks mine or his. So it's always scary. Like I want this to happen, but if it lands on his, I don't know what's happening. It's super fun, super scary, and it has me on the edge of my seat every time I play it.
And one thing I like about that game too is that if you watch a Twitch streamer play it, the Twitch chatters can also help weigh in on the decision.
Oh yeah, that's an option too, but we live stream on TikTok, so we don't have that the interaction thing for that.
Oh yeah.
How about you, Zach? What's the favorite game you're playing now?
The slot machines.
Blackjack.
Prominence poker. I've been playing Schedule 1 lately, and that's been a lot of fun. I'm playing at my drug dealing goals.
I haven't played that game. I've been seeing a lot about it though.
It's genuinely a lot of fun.
That got me hooked
There's a
on it.
lot of there's a lot of freedom in the game that I really appreciate. And no, I did not get you hooked on it.
You got me
You did
hooked
that
on
to
it.
yourself.
It's your
You
fault.
did that. You did that to yourself.
Nope.
You turned her into a druggie. No, I'm joking. I don't have Schedule and I haven't played it. I've been watching Vanoss play it and Moist Critical play it. It looks
yeah.
fun. It looks fun. What about you, Squish? What's the game that you enjoy playing that keeps you around?
Or did we answer the question all wrong?
You've answered the question all wrong. How could you?
Damn it!
Schedule 1's really the only thing that I've been playing
She really did get
in
hooked.
my own time.
Well, I didn't do anything.
It's all your fault.
I just told you about a game, and then you did your own research, and then you played it yourself.
I didn't even do research. At this point, I trust your game recommendations enough. I just bought it.
What'd you do if it was a bad game?
Never play a game with you again. How dare you recommend me a $60 game and it turns out to be shit.
I'd probably just not talk to you, you know.
Dude, you
I
wanna know how
see.
many times I don't talk to this kid? No,
One game that I do want to get back to because I haven't played the DLC for it, but I was obsessed with it when it first came out is Dredge.
Dredge. Let me look that one up. Just so you
It
know,
Dredge.
is
Squish, I know that you watched the previous stuff. I'm scared of fucking water. So if it has anything to do with like Subnautica and stuff, I'm not playing that. Oh, Dredge, I
don't
seen
think
Zek
Dredge.
play this.
it's it does have to do with water. So it's kind of funny because I actually also have a fear of deep water. 90% of the horror games that I play, I will choose specifically because they cater to a fear of mine.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I know at this point in my life, um, look, I have a fear of heights. I worked on a ropes course. The fear of heights does not go away. The fear of deep water does not go away playing Subnautica.
Yeah.
Uh, I keep trying. I don't know why.
Well, for
All I
me,
gotta
it
say is
was.
that you're the video game equivalent of a masochist.
I have Subnautica. I played 5 minutes of it and I noped. I said, "Fuck this game."
Nope.
I was watching the cutscene. I was like, "Oh, this is good." We crash landed in water, and it put me in the middle of the water. I'm like, "I'm done. I'm done. I can't play this game." I freaked out.
I get that so much. So the first time I loaded up the game, it took me a full day-night cycle. I sat on the top of the life pod for a full day-night cycle. I'm like, I'm gonna play this game. I have to leave the life pod, and
At
I
some
couldn't.
point.
Oh yeah.
What I have omitted from the story in my previous playthroughs is after that full day-night cycle, I dived into the water, ripped the band-aid off, screamed, climbed back on the life pod, and sat for another full day-night cycle.
Subnautica 2 is coming out, and it's supposed to be a
I'm so
multiplayer.
excited.
I want to play that with somebody, so somebody could hold my hand. Well, it's like, "Hey, Hound, come on." I'm like, "No, no, no," and they're like, "Hound, we gotta." And I'm like, ah. If I were to play Subnautica 2, I need somebody to hold my hand while I'm playing this
Oh,
game.
Have you guys ever heard of Shadows of Colossus?
Dude, I mean, I don't know why we responded like that, but yeah, I have, but I haven't played it.
Dude,
Dude, I know that game, but I haven't played it.
it was an old game of mine. That I loved playing as a young
I've
child.
seen you stream it, didn't you?
No, I did never streamed it.
Okay, I've seen you play it then, because I know you played it.
It was on PlayStation 2. I've been waiting for it to get a computer port so that I could stream it. But that game is a lot of fun. And as a young child, I did not really understand how to beat these colossus. I did not understand what to do with them. But I just loved going around the world on my horse and just like explore the world with these giants walking around and just like it just like having fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
But now I know. But now I know you're supposed to be climbing up these giants' legs and like getting on top of these giants to kill them. And I just did not know that as a young child. I just thought that the whole game was just me going around and just looking at things.
Yeah, from what I've
Because in my head
seen.
it just blew my mind of like how big they are.
Oh yeah, dude. When I was little, I saw a game with like big, like even like GTA San Andreas and stuff like that. When I saw like big buildings and stuff like that in games, or even big entities, it's always like, wow, they built this. Like they actually build it, like in real life.
Yep.
Young me didn't know that it's a gaming program.
What about you, Squish? Any games amaze you? Any games give you the wow factor?
So the only reason why this
Entered my memory at all is because of the similarity of the name, but Shadows of the Damned, which I think just got a remaster recently. Um Actually, this is one that Gamer and I found
Yeah, I did get a
for cheap
remaster.
somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And like zero expectations for it. Sat down on the couch to start playing it. And it's fucking amazing. It's very Doom-esque, but with I mean, cheesy plot line, but a
Mhm.
fun
Mhm.
one, you know.
It's on sale on Steam for $20. You can get the remastered edition.
Oh, I might need to do that.
It looks really good too.
Oh yeah.
Yes, tell us about it,
And then
Squish.
well, I'm actually going to go in a completely different direction now.
Oh, okay.
I want to make sure that I mention this game because I'll be mad at myself if I don't. Uh, Sally Face. This is what I should have said was my favorite horror game. It's you're playing a character who has a not face transplant.
They got like that weird mask on or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Why can't I think of the name? Like when you have a fake arm.
yeah,
What is it
prosthetic.
called?
Prosthetic.
Prosthetic.
Yeah.
So the main character has a prosthetic face.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And they move into a apartment building that's built above like this giant cult ritual space, and the entire story gets really fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it doesn't make sense. It's just very convoluted, but it's told in little segments, and
Yeah.
each contained segment is built so well. And the art is so good. It's very stylistic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just looking at this and the way that you explain it makes the game sound super fun. But it also made me think of a game that Zect played a lot when we were little. Caroline? I don't know if that's the name of it. You know that game where like the guy's dreaming of this woman, he's like super small and she's super tall.
Oh yeah.
You know it. I
That
can't think
one.
of it. But yeah, like Charlotte maybe?
Well, let me think of the name. Uh, Catherine.
Catherine.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, this
Mhm.
game.
You were saying random names. I'm like, that's not the name. That's not their name. Let me think.
What? Could one of you drop a picture in the Discord? Because I want to know if it's the game I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I'm saving every time we talk about a game, I save it into my folder so I know when or what to put. I'll drop it in the photos for podcast tab.
Yep.
This is the game, Catherine. You're like a guy that
Yep.
dreams, and there's like two different women, I believe. Zek knows more about this game than I
It
do.
is
I've
that
never played it.
game.
I've never played this game.
There's three different women in the new one. In the old one, there's only two different women. But in the new one, the remaster, there's three different women. And basically throughout the whole thing, every night this guy goes to sleep, his soul gets thrown into hell. Pretty much, his soul gets thrown into hell, and he needs to solve a puzzle as quickly as he can and go up these blocks back up to Earth, and that's when he wakes up is whenever he escapes. So basically, this guy had to make a choice because he had a girlfriend and it felt like his life was going nowhere with his girlfriend, and then he was afraid of a commitment. He was afraid of commitments
Mhm.
because his girlfriend wanted a baby, his girlfriend wanted to get married, and then all of a sudden he wakes up, and in his bed is another girl, not his girlfriend, but another girl with the same name as his girlfriend,
Is
and he
that why
doesn't
it's
remember
called
how.
Catherine?
Yep. Catherine with a C is the girl on the cover, but Catherine with a K is his girlfriend that he loves. And depending on your choices throughout the game, there are like four different endings.
I was gonna say.
Four different endings. A good ending with Catherine with the K, a bad ending with Catherine with the K, good ending with Catherine with the C, and good and bad ending with Catherine with the C.
Whenever you said like Catherine with a C, I was like, what are you talking about? But like, yeah, if there's a different Catherine with a K, that makes more sense.
But then in the remaster version, there's a third girl, Catherine with a Q.
What?
Catherine with a Q?
Yep.
That sounds stupid.
Except throughout the game as you play, you realize Catherine with a C is actually a demon. It's an
Oh.
actual demon preying on this man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And in one of the final levels of Catherine, which I thought was really fun, is that your soul gets put inside that blocky maze with Catherine with the K soul, and the last level is really hard because you got to play as two different people trying to get out on the same maze, and if either one of you dies, you lose and you got to start over.
So which
And
Catherine
I
did you choose?
Yeah, which Catherine would you choose?
I did all
Smash
four
or
of them.
pass? Smash or pass? Catherine
did
with a
all.
C, K, and Q.
And
Fuck, Mary, kill.
And here's spoilers for the remaster, or for those of you who don't want spoilers. Catherine with a Q, it's a femboy.
The whole time?
It's a dude that looks like a lady.
Okay.
Well, now I'm gonna have to play the remaster.
Really? And the original game of Catherine, and this is another spoiler for those who aren't going to play the original game. It's throughout the whole game. You think you're on Earth. You're not on Earth.
What? You're being pulled by aliens?
Yeah, you're in space. and you only realize that if you do a specific ending, and then it pans out and it shows you're on a space station, if I recall correctly.
Speaking of aliens, Destroy All Humans was a good game. The remastered, great.
What did you just say?
Destroy All Humans, duh.
Well, the remaster did what?
The remaster was pretty good. It was great. I like the remaster.
I heard something way different.
Oh, no, I was saying the first game was good, and then the remastered was great too because they kept everything
Oh yeah.
kind of original while adding new
Oh, yeah.
implements to make it better, which I.
But
really
didn't they have to
enjoyed.
change one of the voice actors though?
Yeah, but that's kind of given. Like if the game
Yeah.
came out like in the early 2000s and you remastering in like 2018, 2019, whenever it came out, that's a 20-year difference kind of, depending on when the game came out. It's like a 10+ year difference. I don't really care for voice acting difference. Like the Trigun anime. When they came out with Trigun Stampede and they had all the original voice actors, I was super surprised and super happy that they did that.
Super
Like that,
hyped.
yeah, it was. I hate the whole CG thing, but like the original voice actors will always be the best option.
Oh yeah.
But I understand if they had to change it.
I get. With older games like that, what always comes home for me is a game called Journey. You're just this one hooded figure with a scarf in like a desert, and the whole point of the game is just an adventure. Like nothing. You just kind of go on a journey. There's no dialogue. There's no nothing, and you just continue on. Except another thing too is that from time to time you'll come around and you'll see all the other people who are playing the same game as you.
Yeah.
Except you can't even talk to them. They're just kind of there. And
No.
then it's cool. And it's cool too because as you continue through the game, your scarf gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, whenever you're looking at the other people, then you look over and this guy's scarf is gigantic, and you're like, how far did he get into the game?
Again, this was old YouTube channel. If you guys can find it, please leave the link in the comment because I think it's pretty funny. I did a playthrough of that whole game on my old YouTube channel back in 2016, 2015. And I thought that game was beautiful, dude. Like in that game, I'm like, wow, this game's so nice. But again, there's no dialogue. It'll show you pictures, and you have to like kind of piece it together yourself if you're like smart enough to like piece together hieroglyphs and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and then one of the things I'm like, oh, they abandoned this guy. Oh, now we're evil. Like I was making my whole I was making my own story as I went along, and I made it
Oh, yeah.
completely against what the game was saying because I did research on the game before I live streamed it, and I was like I'm just gonna make it the opposite of what the game was trying to do. But yeah, that game's super fun.
It's kind of nice being in the game, and you just get to turn off your mind and just be on a nonsensical journey and not have to worry about anything and just explore.
Yeah, it really is. Squish, are you excited for any games upcoming? Any new games that you're excited for?
Let me pop over to my wishes.
I know
First
that's
and
what I'm doing
foremost, I'm
too.
excited. I'm excited for the update to 7 Days to Die. 2.0 drops, I think, on the 14th.
Really?
14th,
That
15th.
soon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be so good. 7 more days.
They're completely overhauling the weather system.
Yup.
And the biomes are gonna change. I'm so excited for that.
I am too. I've been following it. I just didn't know when it was releasing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm probably going to do another Raw Survival series on that. So
I'll join you if you
I have
want to
no
have
idea.
a mama base builder.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm down for that.
Sweet.
Did you guys hear something happened?
What happened?
One of the most anticipated games.
Got canceled.
No.
Oh, sweet. Okay, good.
So basically, for the longest time, Hollow Knight had a meme going on. For years, Silksong, the second game, got teased like 6-7 years ago, and then silence.
Oh, Hollow Knight 2. Okay. I like Hollow Knight.
And Silksong finally got updates like a few days ago. After like how many years of people being like, the game isn't real, the game is not real, this game will never get released.
I like this meme where it's like, what are we gonna do? Fight the sun? And then the sun comes to life.
Yes, you'll fight the sun.
One of the games
That and Deltarune. More chapters of Deltarune are coming out.
Delta. Let me look that up.
And then another thing too is
Oh,
Little
I don't-
Nightmares. Have you guys ever? Oh,
I was gonna say I've never played Delta, and I don't like the top-down aspect games and
Yeah.
stuff, so I didn't play Undertale. Or
I get it.
I've heard of Delta. I know you talked about it before. Yeah. And what's the other game?
Yeah. Little Nightmares 3 is coming out.
I never played this game, but I wanted to. See, games like Little Nightmare and stuff, I love story-based games, but I need to have a buddy.
Well, Little Nightmares 3, you can do co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you want
Allie's
to play the
bullying me
first two,
into-
though.
Oh, yeah.
Little
I
Nightmare.
remember when he played Outlast. He
Dude.
had me sit there and watch him as he played Outlast.
Dude. Okay. Fun fact for everybody that's listening and for Squish. If something scares me enough, or if anything, like, I need somebody there to like hold my hand. Like when I played Outlast, Zach was by me, and I'm like, ah, and I look at him, and he just like look at me and smile. I'm like, okay, and I continue. I need someone.
Bro was so addicted to Outlast, he was doing speedruns,
I
trying to
was-
get onto speedrun.com.
Yeah, dude, I was doing speedruns after speedruns. I think, don't quote me on this, guys. I never made a world record on the speedrunning, but I got close to 5th place on the speedrunning chart. I got close. I was off by like a minute, so I wasn't like too close, but like I was doing my best.
Bro
After
had that whole map memorized and everything.
I wasn't
then
using my camera. I was just running.
Yeah, he did not use his camera, did not do anything. He just ran. Just ran where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
But then the also other thing too is that he would not play it by himself, even when he wanted to speed run.
Yeah, because like the first time I played it, I was super scared. I didn't want to do shit. And Zectorian was like, they're like, come on, you gotta do it. I'm like, okay. And I did it. And then after I beat the game, I'm like, oh, this is easy. I could speedrun this. And I would try and I would do my best. But at certain points, I'd be like, ah, and Zect would be like, continue. I'm like, okay.
It got to the point where Hound started playing the hardest difficulty, where you can't save. You got to beat the game in one sitting.
Yep, you have to beat the game in one go.
Oh my god.
You can't save. It's insta death. No. It's
Once you
forever
die,
death,
yeah.
and you
Once
can't
you die,
respawn.
you have to go back to the very beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Zect, you could ask Zect.
Aw.
I got so far where like you got the final boss, and like you have to like do these things in this laboratory. I
And
died.
the game glitched.
Yeah, the game glitched and I died. And I looked at Zect, uninstall that game right there. And I looked at it, I was like, I beat it. I don't give a fuck what people say. I was so over it.
Bro was in the room where the cutscene was supposed to play. And the cutscene never played.
Yeah, like the final cutscene
Oh,
never played, and I
no.
died. And I looked at Zect, I was like, I beat this shit.
Bro was running around that corridor for so long, waiting for the cutscene to play, but the sequence broke.
It just wouldn't play. And I was like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I beat this shit on hardcore.
And he still never got the achievement.
No, I didn't. And that's the crazy part, is I know I beat it, but the game's not gonna give me it. Talking about glitches, Zach, do you remember when I was playing that game by Rick and Morty?
Oh yes, that game.
Rick and Morty, where the guns would talk to you?
Yep.
The final boss, I walked in I killed him instantly.
Boss.
Oh no! It was the boss before that, I think. The one that hallucinated you and stuff.
Yep.
I walked in
You were
there
supposed to-
and I shot him one time and I started stabbing him and Zect was like, "You just skipped the entire boss fight," and it wasn't even my fault. The game glitched. And I skipped the entire boss fight. I skipped like 10 minutes of that game just because the game glitched.
Bro, your game for the longest time. I don't know what happened, but he was streaming the game and we were watching it.
It's on my channel
And-
still.
And we were watching it and his game kept on glitching randomly. Like
I'm going to
all
my
the
channel.
time. It kept on skipping sequences, things kept on happening, and our buddy and I were like, "Hey, this never happened to us. Did you scratch? Is your disc scratched? Even though it isn't a physical game, it's a digital game. You gotta download."
I downloaded the digital game and it was glitching like a scratched CD. It was crazy.
Bro, from randomly at random points in time. I remember that after you insta-killed him. Afterwards, you're fighting like the other geek people. And then you pull out all four of the guns. And in my head, I'm like, no, not in my head. I'm like, that's what you're supposed to use during that one boss fight you skipped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Why do you have it now?
I skipped a good chunk of that just because of my game glitching.
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
Have you ever?
Oh, go ahead.
Have you ever had game breaking glitches, Squish?
Not fully breaking. During the middle of my Dead Space 2 playthrough, it stopped letting me interact with any panels.
Ah,
And it was at the perfect timing for me to not know if it was intentional or not. So I think there was a good like 15 minutes where I'm running around like, how do I get access to this? Until I actually looked it up and figured out that my game was broken.
yeah. I don't know if Zach remembers this, but one of the game breaking glitches that I quite enjoyed was me and Zach was playing Phasmophobia, and the ghost was on the hunt. Zach ran out and closed the door behind him. Bitch move. Locked me in the house with the ghost. and the ghost was in front of me, breathing in my face would not kill me. And then Zach opens the door and he's like, "How'd you live?" I was like, "The ghost gave me a hickey." like the ghost wouldn't kill me no matter what. But Zach would open the door like, "Oh, you're still alive. I thought you'd die." I was like, "You left me here to die. What do you mean?"
Well, okay, that might not be a glitch. Was it a demon? Because if the demon uses its ability, it doesn't move.
I don't remember. But shortly after Zach died,
we're not good. We're not very good Phasmophobia players.
No, we're not. All I remember is shortly after Zach died, and I opened the door like, "Oh, Zach's dead." That clip you can find on my channel. If you go to my channel, under clips, you can find that clip where I opened the door. I'm like, "Oh, Zach's dead." It's that same game. That same game. Well, like it killed Zach, but it would not kill me.
Just to let you guys know. Since I love April Fools and I love joke games,
It's April
guess
7th.
Guess what got announced last year that it's actually becoming a real game now.
What's that? I can't guess.
The Pal World thing.
Yep, Pal World.
Oh, the Pal World more than just pals or something.
More than just pals.
Look forward to that on my channel, guys. Hound, the Chicken God on Twitch. I'll do a smash and pass for you guys. It's okay. There's no laws against the pals, Batman.
No laws. It gets. I'm gonna send you guys this in the Discord. I want to see your guys' live reaction to this.
Okay. Also, while he's doing that, I just want to give a shout out. Squish is our first guest, and me and Zect, after this episode, we're gonna change the formula on how we react to things, and then on what we do. So the first 10 episodes we had, like anime, games, TV show, movies. Yeah, you got to know us. From this episode on, we are going to be doing random stuff. So one episode could be like games, TVs, and movies all in one. Or it could just be a completely random topic. So from this point on, our our podcast will have random topics. And I'll post, like, whenever I upload the video, I'll put the main topic in the title. But within that video, you'll see multiple topics. Just moving forward after this video, it's kind of like our turning point.
So I posted the link into the meme channel in the Discord.
I'm watching it now. A pregnant ghost? When asked politely, did they really put a pregnant ghost into the game? Phasmophobia, Hunt for Love is what it's called, guys. Oh my god!
What the fuck?
Is this a Zach knows I love dating sims. I'm playing this. Okay. Fun fact for the viewers, and I guess Squish now. I don't play a whole lot of dating sim games, but if there's dating in the games, that's all I focus on. We were playing Sword Art Online, which is not a dating sim at all. But in the game, as a sub mechanic, you could date Asuna, you could date whatever, you could date whoever you want in the game. And
Bro had Klein in bed.
Bro, I focused on all the dating stuff, while Zach was the one who focused on the game. Zach would be like, I'm done with the game. I'll be like, let me play so I could get some guys and girls,
Bro never left the first area.
No, if it wasn't for Zach continuing the game, I didn't leave the first area. I was sucked into the dating shit.
He had all he needed.
I had all, and I don't play dating sims. Like I've never played a dating sim before.
You just don't go out of your way for them.
But if it's in the game, if they're in the game, I'm gonna be like, I know what I'm doing.
Do you play any dating simulators, Squish?
I have played exactly 2. Uh,
Which ones?
Sucker for Love, which is on my channel.
Let me look that up.
And I actually loved that one. I'm definitely playing the sequel to that.
Oh yeah,
I don't
that one's a lot of fun.
I don't remember the name of the other one. It's the weird bird dating game.
Okay, so I have a question. I looked up Sucker for Love.
Are you sure that
There's
those are the only dating games you played?
There's 3. There's Sucker for Love, Date to Die For, and then there's
Yep.
Sucker for Love Prelude. Which one
Sucker
should
for
I
Love
click
what?
Uh,
First
Date to
Date,
Die For is
Date
the
to
first one.
Die, and then
First
Prelude.
Date.
First Date.
Yep. Oh wait! No, Date to Die For is the sequel game.
Oh, I've seen Markiplier play this. Okay, I've never
Yep.
played this before, but I've seen Markiplier play this.
I'm trying to remember the dating simulators that I played because I had played a few of them, but at the same time, it was like I was like 13 years old, and I just don't remember what they were called.
The only dating sims I ever played was dating sims that were included, like Stardew Valley. I played Stardew because it was a fun game, and then I found out there was dating in it, and then I went after Penny and Abigail. There was sort of online where I played for the game, but then there's also that dating thing where I got whoever I wanted. I think those are the only
Right.
2 actual dating scenarios I played.
I get it.
Yeah.
So you guys excited for Power Wash Simulator 2?
No, I actually got really annoyed with Power Wash Simulator. I have well, I have ADHD and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That game did not help with it. I've watched like Markiplier play it and Vanos and all them play it, and they're like, oh, it helps with my ADHD. When I play it, I'm like, this just takes too fucking long. It just needs to stop. Like I get mad. Like I'm getting mad because I'm trying to clean the house, but the house took me 2 hours to clean. What the fuck?
Get good.
Yeah, I got so mad, dude.
Well, it wasn't your hyper focus though.
Yeah, it was not my help. If you want me to hyper focus, give me Minecraft, give me 7 Days to Die, and tell me to build a base. I am hyper focused. You can even ask Zek. We played Minecraft plenty of times, and Zek comes home after mining for 3 hours. Shut up. Zek would come home after 2 hours of mining, and he'll see a village, and he'd be like, "You built this?" I'm like, "I built this," and he'd be like, how much time do you have? I was like, you spent 3 hours mining? I spent 3 hours building. We're not the same.
Squish has seen me mine for 5 hours one time.
Yeah, and it's like
I was in an SMP and I was supposed to be playing with other people, and I just sat there and mined.
Yeah, and I think that's the great dynamic between me and Zek is he'll go mine and gather me resources as well as himself and all that. And then he knows once he comes home from mining, even if it's 30 minutes of mining, he knows he's going to come back to at least a base and then sooner a town, like, because that's just who I am. I build. I am the builder, like the meme and all that. The miner, the builder and all that. I am the builder.
I remember back when you used to make custom maps, you'd add me to them and be like, hey, can you help me build? I'm like,
on Bedrock, I got super into command blocks. I got super into building. I made a world where you could do 3 things: zombie survival, role playing, or regular survival. And if you pick the zombie survival one, you can even ask Zek. It's all command block based. It's round based. You fight zombies. You trade your rotten flesh for points. You could buy the mystery box, which I had mods to like give you weapons. And then you could buy Juggernog and all that. And then if you go to the role-playing side, I created a whole town, a small Minecraft town, and you could have a job as a store clerk. You could have a job at the library and earn money that way, or you could just play regular survival Minecraft. I'm so good at building and so good at like creating things. It's fun. It's just fun for me.
A little bit.
Any small remarks? Anything you'd like to say before you are booted off?
Within this time, you can shout out anything. You can sponsor yourself. Just anything you want to say, just say it.
No pressure.
No
Except there's
pressure at
the
all.
pressure.
Just
Yeah,
you know,
thanks.
just say what's on your first side of your mind.
No pressure. Except pressure, but no.
Come on,
game,
you
but
have
game.
5 seconds. No, I'm just...
5, 4.
What's my name? God.
What is your name? I only know you're Squish. I guess you can
Squish is
shout
good.
out.
Squish sounds right.
Yeah, shout out your channel. Shout out your upcoming
Squish
projects.
goes by gaming. Squish goes by gaming.
No, I do. I absolutely do not go by gaming. I will ban anyone who shows up at my channel and calls me gaming, including Zach. I mean, just thank you guys for having me on. My YouTube channel is PandasquishGaming. Feel free to check me out. Like I said earlier, I do mostly survival and horror games. Sometimes weird stuff, like some of the other things we've talked about. Just kind of whatever.
So you do go by gaming.
Zach, you're about to get yourself a one-way ticket to out of this town.
But anyways, this has been ZNC, and I appreciate everybody who showed up. If you've made it to the end, please comment something about how Squish hates Hound.
God damn it! Everything has to relate to me. Okay, yeah. Comment down below how much Squish has not appreciated me enough this podcast.
I tried.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just joking.
I tried.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye bye.